Good morning, students. Today we are going to discuss about how to crack principle of banking. Right, that is the first subject which we are going to deal with that in terms of a JAIIB examination. You all aware that JAIIB examination has contained three subjects. One is principle of banking. The second one is accounting and finance for bankers. Third one is legal aspects of banking. So today the focus area is principle of banking, how to study, what to study, and what is our study plan for principle of banking. You all know the principle of banking has contained five models, right? Because ethics, banking ethics has been added recently. So that also we need to study that. The prescribed book by the IIBF is Macmillan book. Okay, so we all have to follow the Macmillan book, whatever the chapters which has been given to that. That is the first one. The second point is we have four models mainly. The fifth model is ethics. The ethics, we have only 5 to 6 questions which will come, which is very easy to read, that you keep it as a last for reading it out. In terms of the first model, is called Indian financial system, is more about the basics of banking which has been discussed, mainly into functions of various regulators, right? Functions of bank, and then Indian financial system like a capital market and mutual fund, life insurance, general insurance, factoring, forfeiting, right? All are basic in nature. You can study the Macmillan book and focus more on book back questions. Whatever the book back questions, each chapter there are certain questions has been given. Please follow those questions, answer that. Okay. The second model which talks about functions of bank, very important model, because in JIB you have 120 questions. Please remember, you have 120 questions. Out of that, 15 questions you have a 2 mark, right? And 70 questions you have a off mark, and 35 questions you have a 1 mark questions. I repeat, 2 mark question 15 will come, 15 into 2 30 mark. 1 mark question 35 into 1, another 35 mark will be there. The balance 35 mark is come from 70 question, which is all very simple in nature. That is a half mark question. So total 120 questions. Out of that, 15 questions carry 2 mark. Please remember, all the 15 questions is all from the case study. The case study means there are small paragraph. The banking problems has been given to you, and you need to choose the best option which is available in the answers, right? So that is called case study as concern. All right. So all the 15 questions are case studies. Out of 15 questions, 7 to 8 questions are come from module B. Please remember, the 30 mark, the 2 mark question of 15 questions is all case studies. Out of 15 questions, 7 to 8 questions comes from module B. Module B is very important module. One should prepare thoroughly, mainly on banker customer relationship, banker customer special relationship, right? Third one is principle of lending is there, documentation is there, charge creation is there, right? And various type of loans are there. These are all very important chapter. And you also have a NPA, non-performing assets, in the same model. I repeat, the banker customer relationship, banker customer special relationship, and LC, bank guarantee, and various type of lending, various type of charges, documentation, NPA, whole lot of banking related aspects which has been given in module B. So module B is very much important, and one must thoroughly understand each concepts of module B. So those who are start preparing principle of banking, please start reading module B first, right? So that gives lot of confidence, lot of insight in terms of principle of banking, right? Coming back to module C. Module C is basically a technology. right? It talks about various technology used in banking system, right? It is little new to the people who don't have a technological background. People who are already studied BCA, BSc Computer Science, or BE Electronics and Communication or Computer Science, it is easy for them. But those who are from the commerce background and who don't have a technical computer knowledge, and they may be finding it little difficult. But nevertheless, the chapters which is given is very easy, and the number of chapters also very less compared to module B. Module C is concerned technology. Don't omit this module, because the people always feel module A and B related to banking, module C and D is not related to banking. Not like that. Today technology is taken over the entire banking system, and there will be lot of questions, especially 1 mark and half a mark questions, which comes from module C. So one should thoroughly read module C. Again, repeat for module C also, you can go through the book back questions and read each line items to understand that. In terms of a module D, what you need to do is, it is purely on the marketing aspects of banking. You have a lot of information about marketing product mix, and customer behavior. You also have a DSA, DMA, social media marketing information system, this all there, right? It is a quite interesting chapters, and you can easily read, right? So module C and module D also equally important, and you'll have a lot of questions comes from that. In terms of a number of questions, more questions come from module C and D. In terms of a value wise, in terms of a mark, you'll have a more mark come from module B and module A. So I will repeat, the case studies predominantly comes from module B and module A, and in terms of half a mark question and 1 mark question predominantly come from module C and module D, right? So the study plan which you are starting in it, first you study module C, then module A, and then module C and module D. This is the way you should study. The Macmillan book is sufficient for you to stay score even more than 75 80 marks. So study the Macmillan book and give more important to the book back questions, and whatever the keywords which has been identified in the book back, give more insight into that. Do a deep dive and do more understanding on the keywords which is given. That will give a lot of insight on the principle of banking. And again, I'm saying that understand the concepts. That is more important, right? Don't mug up anything. Understand the each concepts, and think through why it has been given like this, and what is the latest RBI circulars which you can go through that related to principle of banking. You can go through that. Fine, and wish you all the best. Any questions is there, so you can put it on the comment side of our channel, so that I can answer you on the next video session. Wish you all the best. I hope the exams will happen in the month of August 2020. So please start preparing that. Exactly, we have a 45 to 50 days to go. So please start preparing that. Thank you so much.